Welcome back. This is our 11th episode in our gardening series with CowPots. My name's Bart Hayes. I'm the National Sales Manager for CowPots. In the last episode we talked about hardening off your plants, getting them ready to go outside in the ground. And this episode we're actually going to talk about planting your CowPot. It's a big day. Make sure that you're dressed for it. Hopefully it's not too cold. We've got a couple of candidates here. We've got a tomato that's nice and ready. We've got an eggplant. He's just now starting to poke through. Let's take him outside and put him in the ground. So here we are outside, well, sort of outside. We're in a cold frame that we use for starting our vegetables and extending our season a little bit. Still a little bit too early here in Connecticut to plant stuff outside, so we're going to plant them in here. I've got my tomato. We set it down on the ground here. Pick out your spot. Dig a hole about 1.5 times as big as the pot, and we just drop them right in there. Be sure to cover up the pot entirely. What can sometimes happen is the water will wick up the pot and dry out a little bit faster. Also, the pot really breaks down fastest when you have constant moisture up against the pot. So if you got the lip of the pot exposed, the bottom of the pot will decompose very quickly, but the top of the pot will take a little bit longer, so you'll get these funny little rings. It's not a big deal, it's just an aesthetic thing. And after planting your plants in the ground, be sure to water them thoroughly. You want to make sure that all the soil you've disturbed sort of resettles again, and make sure that that rim of the pot is buried. It's pretty critical to keep your plants well watered early on so that those roots have enough time to get out into the native soil. Until they do, you really still have a plant in a pot. Last big question, people always ask me, when should I start fertilizing? Well, you got to be careful when you fertilize young plants. Those salts and fertilizers can be very damaging to young tender roots. So I say wait between 10 and 14 days before you really start adding any liquid fertilizer. And even then, don't do too much. If you start to see like a white crusty stuff on the soil, stop. You're putting too much on. The plants can only use so much. Don't waste your fertilizer. In our next episode, we're going to talk a little bit more about fertilizing, the differences between organic and traditional fertilizer, what you should know and what you shouldn't know. But I'm going to tell you anyway. So thanks for joining us this time. We'll see you next time.